Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Roman Reigns to quit WWE, OG Bloodline to break up, Solo Sikoa's new enforcer. 4 things the OTC can do at Survivor Series, War Games. Roman Reigns and his OG Bloodline are set to face Solo Sikoa's Bloodline at Survivor Series, War Games 2024. However, the original Tribal Chief is still one member short in his team. With just days left until War Games, Reigns might secure an ally to complete his lineup. As the Survivor Series is WWE's final premium live event of 2024, fans can expect surprises and twists to unfold. In this article, we will explore 4 potential strategies that the head of the table could employ at War Games. One potential prediction for Reigns is that he might reveal The Rock as the final member of the OG Bloodline. With no one in the locker room willing to side with the original Tribal Chief, Reigns may decide to bring in the final boss as the last member of his group. Even when Reigns attempted to contact Paul Heyman on a recent SmackDown, the number was out of service. This leaves the OTC with no choice but to enlist the Samoan Elder for the War Games match. Another possibility for Roman Reigns at Survivor Series is accidentally costing the OG Bloodline during the match. This could happen if Reigns inadvertently hits a spear on either Sami Zayn or Jey Uso, leading to the original Bloodline's loss. This situation would mirror how Sami Zayn misfired a haluva kick on Reigns at Crown Jewel 2024 when he actually intended to hit Solo Sikoa. An angle like this would generate significant aftermath buzz for the event, as tension within the OG Bloodline would undoubtedly escalate. Solo Sikoa has already pinned Roman Reigns cleanly at Crown Jewel 2024. So if the self-proclaimed Tribal Chief is pinned again at War Games, Roman Reigns might consider joining the new Bloodline. This could happen because the original Tribal Chief has proven insufficient in defeating him, making it more strategic to align with Solo. The OTC could take on the role of the new enforcer in Sikoa's Bloodline. However, the former undisputed WWE champion may have an ulterior motive, ultimately betraying Sikoa to seek revenge. If the OG Bloodline suffers a loss at War Games, Roman Reigns might make an unexpected move by quitting WWE as part of a storyline angle. The rationale behind this could stem from his frustration over not regaining his Eula Fala and superior power. Rather than continuing to operate beneath Solo Sikoa's power, Reigns might choose to walk away from the Stamford-based promotion after losing the double ring-structured match. As WWE Survivor Series War Games approaches, fans are bracing for another chapter in the ongoing saga of the Bloodline. With Roman Reigns' dominance showing signs of vulnerability, the potential breakup of the Bloodline looms large, and the arrival of the off-the-charts OTC faction could ignite seismic shifts within WWE's landscape. Here's a look at 4 electrifying possibilities that the OTC could execute at War Games, potentially ending Reigns' reign, shattering the Bloodline, and establishing their own dominance. The Tribal Chief has been the centerpiece of WWE for over 3 years, holding the undisputed WWE Universal Championship with an iron grip. However, cracks in his dynasty have begun to show, with the Bloodline no longer the impenetrable fortress it once was. At Survivor Series War Games, the OTC could deliver a decisive blow that not only dethrones Reigns, but also forces him to leave WWE. The setup is right for Reigns to face the ultimate humiliation. Imagine a scenario where Reigns is left isolated in the cage, abandoned by his crumbling Bloodline. With the OTC's precise teamwork and unmatched ruthlessness, Reigns would have no escape. After years of controlling the locker room and manipulating his family, the Tribal Chief could be forced to tap out or be pinned in the center of the ring, a symbolic dethronement that cements the OTC's place atop WWE. Such a loss would leave Reigns broken, his aura of invincibility shattered. WWE could use this moment to write him off television, setting the stage for Reigns to take a much-needed hiatus. This would allow WWE to explore new storylines while keeping Reigns' eventual return as a highly anticipated event. The Bloodline has already seen significant fractures, with Jey Uso defecting to Raw and Jimmy Uso walking a tightrope of loyalty and rebellion. Solo Sikoa, the enforcer of the group, has been the glue holding the remaining pieces together. However, War Games could mark the definitive end of the original Bloodline. The OTC could manipulate this breakup by targeting the growing tension between Jimmy and Solo. Imagine a moment during the match where Jimmy, in a desperate bid to prove his loyalty to Reigns, accidentally costs Solo a pivotal advantage. Frustrated and disillusioned, Solo could finally snap, hitting Jimmy with a devastating Samoan spike. This betrayal would serve as the nail in the Bloodline's coffin, leaving Reigns without his loyal enforcer and signaling the faction's ultimate demise. WWE could then pivot into Solo Sikoa's singles run, where he steps out of Reigns' shadow to become a dominant force on his own. Meanwhile, the aftermath could explore the emotional fallout between Jimmy and G, setting up a long-awaited tag team reunion or further deepening their rivalry. Solo Sikoa has long been touted as one of WWE's brightest young stars. His role as the silent enforcer of the Bloodline has showcased his raw power and intensity. But War Games could be the moment he breaks free from Reigns' control and aligns himself with a new faction, the Off the Charts. The OTC, known for their cunning strategies and persuasive influence, could plant seeds of doubt in Solo's mind throughout the match. They could exploit his frustration with Reigns' manipulative leadership, offering him an opportunity to thrive without the tribal chief holding him back. The turning point could come in the final moments of the match, with Solo refusing to help Reigns and instead siding with the OTC. This defection would send shockwaves through WWE, positioning Solo as the newest enforcer for the OTC, a role that would elevate his status and give him fresh storylines to explore. This move would also solidify the OTC as the most dominant faction in WWE, with Solo's brute strength adding a new dimension to their already formidable roster. For Solo, it would be a chance to carve out his own legacy, free from the family drama that has defined his career thus far. The Off the Charts have already proven themselves as a faction willing to push boundaries, but Survivor Series, War Games could be their moment to go all in on chaos. Imagine a scenario where the OTC not only dismantles the Bloodline, but also sets their sights on WWE as a whole. After securing a decisive victory, the OTC could cut a scathing promo, declaring their intention to take over WWE. They could mock Roman Reigns' legacy, dismissing it as a relic of the past, and position themselves as the future of sports entertainment. This declaration would instantly make them the most hated villains in WWE, setting up rivalries with top stars across both brands. To further cement their dominance, the OTC could unleash a post-match assault on key WWE figures. From attacking Roman Reigns to targeting fan favorites like LA Knight or Cody Rhodes, the OTC's path of destruction would leave no doubt that they are the new kings of WWE. The events of Survivor Series, War Games could mark a turning point for WWE. With Roman Reigns potentially stepping away, the landscape of the company would shift dramatically. Here's what these bold moves could mean for key players. Roman Reigns. A humiliating loss and subsequent departure would create space for Reigns to take a sabbatical, returning later as a refreshed and reinvented character. This hiatus could also build anticipation for a future rematch with the OTC or a redemption arc. Solo Sikoa. Breaking away from the Bloodline and aligning with the OTC would elevate Solo as a major player, giving him a platform to showcase his full potential. The Usos. The breakup of the Bloodline would free Jimmy and G to explore their own stories, whether as rivals or reunited brothers. Their dynamic could anchor WWE programming for months to come. The OTC. A dominant performance at War Games would solidify the OTC as the premier faction in WWE, setting them up as the primary antagonists for top babyfaces like Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, or even an eventual returning Reigns. Survivor Series. War Games has the potential to redefine WWE's main event scene. The Bloodline's implosion and the rise of the OTC would usher in a new era of storytelling, with fresh rivalries and unpredictable alliances. Fans would be treated to a dynamic, ever-evolving landscape where no one's position is guaranteed. As the dust settles, one thing is certain. The WWE Universe will never forget the night the tribal chief fell. the Bloodline crumbled, and the off-the-charts ascended to the throne. Whether Roman Reigns quits, Solo Sikoa finds a new path, or the OTC declares war on WWE, Survivor Series, War Games promises to be a night of seismic shifts that will echo through WWE for years to come.